What effort, should we expect from the Pittsburgh Steelers on Thursday Night Football?
Redemption effort.
On second down, Warren looking for an alley. He's got the end zone, and the Steelers are an extra point away from tying.
And we are back with the one and only, the Sick Podcast Steeler Crazy. You know what's going down. It's the Jaylen Warren Show, number 30 for your Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm Jay York Football. This is Mic'd Up Sports One. And as always, we love supporting small businesses. And we just want to give a special thanks to our sponsors, with the first one being still City Wheelhouse, where the bar is set. Tires for all cars and trucks can now be purchased online at stillcitywheelhouse.com. Financing is available. Winter tires, custom auto work. Just go and visit John and John down there. Two great guys doing great things as well. So make sure you check them out and tell them that the Sick Podcast sent you. And again, you see it on the hat. It's your go-to game day beer. Stoney's Brewing Company believes that beer should be made with the highest quality ingredients and no shortcuts. That's why they use only the finest natural ingredients to brew their beer. From water to the hops and barley, everything is carefully selected. It's the taste. It tastes different. It's the taste of victory, and we're going to taste it this Thursday with our next guest here. Mike, what do you say?
Man, you do those reads so well. I am just always absolutely blown away by our amazing sponsors. What are you wearing? You got Chad Brown on? Greg Lewis?
Yeah, I just had to
That's
throw
Chad
that.
Brown?
Yeah, this is Chad Brown.
Sick.
I didn't even wear it when we had him on the podcast, but
that is sick. I got the sick shirt. I'm a little bit sick. Things are going around.
It's your
right
flu
now.
episode.
It's my flu game. The Steelers
MJ.
probably are also a little bit sick after what happened against the Arizona Cardinals this past Sunday, 24-10 loss. Let's bring on our guy to talk about it. None other than number 30, Jaylen Warren. Jaylen, hello.
What's good? What's good?
Good. He's
Hey,
ready
man.
for winter with that hat.
He's ready. I love that hat. That thing looks so damn cozy. I could sleep in that thing right now. Like nestle up and sleep in it. Not literally with it on your body.
A few times, yes. I'm not going to say stay on my head, but yeah.
Yeah, stay on your head. Always good catching up with you for sure. Always suckier after a tough-ass loss like that was. Let's be honest. Was not your guys' best effort this season. It's a long season, however, Jaylen, but you guys have a chance to bounce back Thursday against the New England Patriots. Let's first touch on that loss against the Cardinals. You said something interesting after the game that, of course, I have to ask you about in regard to a potential reason maybe why you guys lost. And you said, I guess just taking them lightly, lighter than we should have. Was there something different in terms of preparation that week, Jaylen?
I was just kind of putting it out there like, I don't know, players like individually could have looked at the, their record or, how they played and, I guess where their stats are compared to all the other 31 teams. So I was thinking that could be a reason. I really don't have a reason. It was obvious we shot ourselves in the foot plenty of times. So I really didn't know what the reasoning was. That's kind of just what I thought.
Yeah, I think your buddy on offense, Deontay Johnson, just backed those sentiments up recently as well. I want to talk about Coach Faulkner and Coach Sullivan. Obviously, these guys are now captaining the ship in regard to the offense. You guys have a really good performance against the Cincinnati Bengals in your first run with these two at the helm, and you kind of come out and stumble the next game. What was their message after the game? I know Coach Faulkner is a passionate dude, right? What after the game, and what have you guys kind of heard from them so far following the loss?
They're just saying, it was disappointing, as an offense. Like, that was probably the worst game that we've had as far as shooting ourselves in the foot. But it was a quick turnaround, so they didn't really talk about it too much. They just made sure that we acknowledged and understood why that may have happened and told us we could figure it out. And then said let's just focus on the next team. Can't do nothing about it now.
Yeah, so obviously Kenny Pickett got hurt. What's your confidence in Mitch?
I'm very confident in him. He, a vet QB. He's been, in these positions. I know he's going to put his best foot forward, so I'm not even hesitating one bit.
How I know I don't know what the weather was like in Utah if you're used to playing in like this, whatever you want to call that weather, but did that have an impact on, obviously there was a lot of things that didn't go right, but had a little bit of what is it like playing in weather conditions like that?
It sucks. I mean, what we got rain delayed twice. It just
Yeah.
sucks.
It's like a baseball game.
Right.
Right. How often have you been rain delayed in football games in your career or life?
That's probably my second one, my whole
Really?
career.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
I think the first one was at like Utah State. But yeah, it sucked. But I mean, you can't let those factors, play into the play because the other team's playing in the same weather conditions. It's really whoever's going to do the less
Yeah. It's part of
winding.
the game unless you're lucky enough to play, 8 of your home games or whatever it is in a dome. So, unfortunately not here in Pittsburgh.
What? Yeah, that's must be nice.
Yeah. So I think like the general question, like just going into this week, is where should we be confidence wise in the Steelers?
Like what aspect? What players?
Yeah, like, I think you kind of alluded to it on other podcasts. You guys know that you have the talent there and you always talk about execution. It obviously always starts with one game at a time, but like where would, you guys show spurts and just try and get that positive momentum going back to, finish up the end of the season. Why should we still believe?
I believe that we're still like learning as a team what to do and what not to do, and I think while we're on this journey together, we're gonna come back stronger than ever. It's only a matter of time.
Mhm.
I can't give you like a time frame of that,
Yeah.
but I
It's
know
a
it's gonna
long
happen.
season, like Mike said. So,
Yeah, I know it's gonna happen.
and it's the NFL. Like it's
It is.
so. So is there anyone like in the locker room that like stands up and kind of takes that leadership role? Like obviously after a tough loss or, whatever may be going on, is there like a veteran player that kind of stands up and kind of, leads the charge, I guess you could say?
On offense or for the whole team.
Just overall, like just kind of like a locker room guy.
Yeah, T.J. Watt, Cam,
Yeah.
those two guys I would say are the main guys that do it.
Yeah, I had a feeling if I had to place a bet, I knew you were going to say Cam Hayward. You talk about putting foot down. That's a guy who's always going to put a foot
Mhm.
down. And for what it's worth, we're just nominated for Walter Payton Man of the Year for I think the sixth time. So shout out Cam. He's got the second best podcast on the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll put it that way. Jaylen Warren Show is the first best podcast in regard to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
And yeah, see that right there? You got to tell Cam. You got to tell Cam to come on one of these times. Hey, let's talk about our sponsors really quickly. I want to talk about Shop Yins. I got them on my hat here. Listen, my hat's cooler than Jalen's. I'm sorry. We shouted out Jalen's
There's
hat there. It's dope, but the Shop Yins hat takes the
I
cake.
just need a
Number one
wire on it.
brand. Yeah, you should get a Y on it. Taylor,
Yeah.
if you're listening, man, that's a great idea
Yeah,
because it is the number one brand for Pittsburgh sports. Of course, use our code SICK15 for 15% off your entire purchase. ShopYins.com. There's no minimum purchase necessary. I know Jordan usually says it. It's the holiday season. There's no better time to get some black and gold. Rep the black and gold, baby, around the house, Christmas morning, whatever you might be celebrating. Make sure you go and get that. All right, Jaylen, I know we've talked about it before. Quick turnaround, Thursday night football. We know NFL players generally hate Thursday night football games. That is not a secret anymore. But in this case, is it a good thing for you guys, I think, to just have a chance to get that bad taste out of your mouth sooner rather than later?
Personally, yes. Yeah. Like I want to like. I wish we could have that last game back because that was terrible. But just to like going out and kind of having our redemption game. So that's how I'm looking at it, and I'm sure I'm not the only one on the offense that feels that way, or on the team. So yeah.
You guys are 4-0 after a loss this season. What does that say about Coach Tomlin and the staff's ability and the players' ability to bounce back after a tough L?
We're 4-0 after a loss.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I could be
Yeah.
wrong.
No, it
I mean,
said
I
it.
guess,
They said it today. Yeah,
oh yeah.
4-0 after a loss.
I mean, I guess that just shows that losses don't break us. Um, we're compatible. You know, we're willing to come together and figure out the problems and fix them, and you know, work together to make it right. We like winning just as much as others do, but like you said, it's the NFL. The other teams get paid just as much. You know, they get paid too, and they're gonna do whatever they can to, you know, stop us.
They're not getting fined as much, but they're getting paid as much.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm
Save
rubbing
that.
salt
Save
in the
that for
wound.
another
It's
day.
already been a tough enough week. I'm out here rubbing salt in the wound. Jordan, go ahead and take over. I'm gonna find some more fan questions for us.
So obviously, we always talk about the away games, and they just announced it. It's a blackout at Acrisure Stadium. How much motivation does that give you guys? You kind of talk about Steeler Nation. You talked about it at the live show. Kind of how they embraced you here in Pittsburgh. I guess you're like an honorary Yinzer now, so we do got to
he's
get
a
a while
Yinzer.
on that hat. But just kind of talk about even that motivation, obviously to bounce back and get a win, but just to have the fans, the environment there. That never gets old, I guess.
Yeah, I've realized that no matter, you know, through the ups and downs, the fans are always gonna, you know, they love hard, and so they're always gonna stick by us. And you know, I really appreciate the fans for that. Um, Means a lot, you know, means more to the players than they think it does. So you know, shout out to the fans.
I think everyone appreciates that. And before I get to I'm telling you now that the Jaylenisms are coming. So if you have one in your head, I don't know if you have your notebook handy. I'm letting you know now that that's what we're ending with in the fan question. So don't say I didn't give you a heads up.
So,
what effort should we expect from the Pittsburgh Steelers on Thursday Night Football?
Redemption effort, minimum effort. Yeah,
Redemption effort. I like that. We're gonna have to get a shirt that
Short
says
and
that
sweet.
too. You need to bring out Angry Runs
5-0. It will be
Jordan
5.
and I got killed for not knowing that was a scepter, by the way. When that video hit the internet, they were like, how do these guys not know it was a scepter? I was out here calling it, I don't even remember, a sword or
I thought it was
something
like
like that.
Hercules, like whatever he carries around.
Sorry, my scepter game is not up to par.
My boys were here this past week, and then they were saying, "Is that Harry Potter? Is that that Game of Thrones? I don't even know what that is."
Yeah.
I didn't watch Game of Thrones either, but that's pretty funny. And you had to explain the Angry Runs thing to them, assuming? Did you show the video or anything to them?
No, I ain't showing no video. I was just like, it was just an award for, you know, Angry Runs.
Do you have that T-shirt? I'm not asking to get it, but have you have it and you've worn it?
I haven't worn it, but it's hung up. Yeah.
Dope.
All right. So do you have the Jaylenism for us, or did you want to take the fan questions?
Yeah, do the fan question first.
He wants the fan questions. All right, fair enough.
He's pondering.
He's pondering.
I literally just got done with like a massage. I got done with a massage, and I like the last seconds of my massage. I'm like, oh, Jaylen. And I just thought of it, and
now it's gone. It'll come back. It always comes back. Jordan, I know you have one first from Cam, our guy Cam Easton.
Yeah, let me get it up here.
Here, I'll start with it then, Jaylen. This guy, Weiss Schnee Hug Machine. All right, I respect her. Maybe this guy or girl. I respect that Twitter handle. It says, if you want a non-football question, what's your favorite holiday tradition? I like that one.
Favorite holiday tradition. Growing up, I love Christmas. Christmas is my favorite holiday. You know, we all just got together and enjoyed our family time. Obviously, I love the presents, but growing up, it was more than that. Just spending time with, you know, family and all of us being together.
That's awesome. I love to hear that. Me too. Me too.
I got.
Wait, do you have a favorite gift when you were growing up? Before Jordan jumps in, was there something you got like one day you were like, "Oh, Xbox. Oh, I'm unwrapping this PS4." Was there something that you remember to this day?
I remember. I wanted an iPod for Christmas. I got a PS3, and I was so mad. And
you were mad.
Yeah, I was like, my dad took me in the room like, "Are you serious? Like, you got a PS3?"
Oh, wow. All right. That's funny.
All right, this one's from Cam Easton, our guy Cam. Shout out to you. He said, with the Steelers, there it is, with the Steelers wearing color rush jerseys on Thursday, what is his all-time favorite jersey that he always liked? Any sport. So this can be like a, even if you had like a Kobe Bryant jersey, it doesn't have to necessarily just be football specific.
Jersey I've always liked.
Other than the Titans. Don't give us the Titans.
Yeah. Jersey I've always liked. Oh, that's crazy. I used to wear, like in JUCO, I used to wear a basketball. It was a blue and black jersey. It was blue, but it had like black lines going down. What team is that? Do you know?
Magic? Yeah. Orlando?
Probably that.
Okay.
I always wore that jersey.
You must have loved it so much you don't even remember it.
The tag on the bottom of it was coming off. It was getting off.
Wow. Hey, that's got to be the Magic. That's like the Shaquille O'Neal Magic.
Yeah,
Jordan.
Grant,
that was
the
starter jacket Magic. Yeah, those were Penny Hardaway Magic. That's dope. All right, I got one more for you before we.
They call them the hardwood classics. That's what
the hardwood. The swing mans. Yeah, those are sick. Berg Runner wants to know, what does at @noneless2 think about Renegade?
Oh, I didn't really get the hype at first, but it was actually like, these past couple of weeks being home, I started realizing it was actually pretty cool to be a part of. The screen like slowly fades into like darkness, and then it starts playing. It gets me hyped.
That's awesome. More hype than getting a PS3, I guess.
You can't even describe it.
It's tough.
All right, Jordan, hit him with it.
All right, you have a Jaylenism for us. We got to end. We know it's a short week, so we're going to get you out of here. You got things to do, but we need a Jaylenism before the people have spoken.
Top of the dome.
Jaylenism.
You should know this by now. I know it's probably the last thing on your mind, but at least know on Tuesdays that you know what's coming.
Tisk. You guys took this show lightly tonight. No, I can't. I'm taking that too far.
Dang,
life is bigger than football. I'll stall while you think of one. I want everybody out there to know that our Jaylenisms, if you're just tuning in to the last couple shows, are a reflection of Tomlinisms. Obviously, we all love Tomlinisms in the Pittsburgh Steelers world. Mike Tomlin will throw out these, paint the barn red with red paint, whatever, urinating on his legs. Some of these I can't even remember right now because I'm sick and I have the flu. And so Jaylen came on all prophetic his first couple weeks and hit us with some absolute fire. And so ever since then, we created this Jaylenism where Jaylen comes on and he tells us a little bit about the straight heat. So what heat do you have? Or just say, let's, sing us a verse of Renegade and we'll get out of here.
Does Renegade even have words? I should remember the beat.
You have your helmet on. You might not be able to hear it.
The jig is up. The news is out. It's finally.
I just see all of our players hitting the other team, and then it's on beat.
If you don't have a Jaylenism, we need 2 next week. Fair?
All right, 2 next week.
And a touchdown on Thursday.
And a touchdown on Thursday.
All right. Got you.
All right.
And a celebration where what celebration should he do dedicated to the podcast, Jordan?
Just hold up. Just go like this. If you see it in the end zone, just go like this.
That's good.
Hand the ball. Just, touchdown. Hand the ball to the ref.
Like this?
Yeah.
I called the touchdown?
You called a touchdown, point to the crowd, flick the ball, and back to work.
That's a lot of instruction right there. Just get in the end zone and then worry about everything since that. Okay. All right, we're going to see it on Thursday. We're excited.
Let's do it.
As always, it's nice to have a good turnaround. Listen, no game is easy in the NFL. We learn that every week, that's for sure. So good luck, Jaylen. And as always, man, stay healthy. We'll catch you next week, all right?
All right, thank y'all. Y'all have a good
Peace,
one.
my guy. Yep, I'll see you.
Do your thing.
This is all you got for us? I don't hate it. I put you on the
It's
spot right there too.
I mean, Jaylen,
Touchdown.
he's the type of, he's just very, hand the ball. I think handing the ball to a ref and just
You
getting
don't
back.
think he's going to pull off a Deontay dance?
No, I don't think so.
Too soon?
Too soon.
All right, fair enough.
All right. But yeah, I guess let me see. My prediction, man, I'll tell you what, I would take the under in this game.
It's the lowest under for a primetime game.
It's still Bill Belichick. They have an all right defense. Bailey Zappi, your guy.
My boy.
Man, it's crazy. Life's just crazy.
Zappy hour.
Jaylen Warren, and then what was it, 2 years ago, Mike's interviewing Bailey Zappi on our podcast, and now he's facing us, and the Steelers just signed Trace McSorley. Like, what world are we living in? But hey, like we said, Jaylen, it's the NFL. But I'm gonna say this game's gonna be like 13-10. I don't even know. It's a coin flip for me. I just think it's going to be one of those games. But I'll say that the Steelers on top. Jaylen Warren touchdown, 13-10.
I'm very confident in the Steelers are going to absolutely win this game. If they don't win this game, I will buy 2 people who watch this show a Yins hat. How about that? Out of my own pocketbook. Wow. If they don't win this game.
I should ask you how confident you were.
10 out of 10. Wow. 10 out of 10. No way they lose. Back-to-back home games, 2-10 teams. Bailey's happy. Mitch Trubisky's going to throw a touchdown. Not sure if we have time to amend our picks before then, but 2 of these going out on my dime if the Steelers lose. And hey, maybe we'll send out a gift card anyway if they win. Taylor's always good for those. Yeah. Can't just reward people for a loss.
Yeah. And thank you guys for tuning in. A special thanks to our sponsors, Stoney's, Steel City Wheelhouse, Shop Yins. Get your Christmas shopping done all in one place, and all here on the one and only, the Jaylen Warren Show, the Sick Podcast. Signing out, I'm Jay York Football. This is Mic'd Up Sports 1. I think he had a pretty good flu podcast. Is MJ, what do you say? Hey.
Been better.
Get it done. Big things coming up. So thank you guys for if he's going to do that, and then he's going to point and then hand the ball to the ref, and you're going to be like, told you so. Look,
pretended I was frozen.
I know. I thought you were for a second because I don't know.
I know. I got you.
must be a Florida thing. But hey, as always, thank you guys for hanging out with us. Jaylen for stopping by every Tuesday. Catch us here on the Jaylen Warren Show, the Sick Podcast, Steeler Crazy, as well as another one. We have other teams, reporters, special guests, former Steelers. You never know. So we'll see you there. Sammy, take it away. Thanks, guys.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sick Podcast Steelers Crazy on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.